Besties, you've been asking for a bestie bundle brush tutorial. Here you go. Ready? Get locked in. Let's get started. I'm going to show you how I use my 5 favorite BK Beauty brushes to get this entire makeup look. Okay, my skin is already prepped. I'm ready to go in with foundation. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty foundation today. I'm in the shade 230, and I'm going to start by using my 109 brush. So I'm going to apply this directly to my face, and then we're just going to start buffing this in. I love this brush because it is still big enough that I'm able to do my entire face and it doesn't feel like it takes me 2 hours. But I love how small it is too, because I'm also able to use for things like concealer, cream bronzer, cream blush, literally the whole 9 yards. But literally look how fast I just did that entire side of my face. No streaks, everything blends beautifully. Okay, and there's my foundation done. I literally blended that out in less than a minute. Okay, I'm going to use the same brush to do my concealer, my cream bronzer, and my liquid blush. For my concealer today, I'm using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter in the shade Marshmallow. And we're just going to do a little bit to brighten, nothing too crazy. You can kind of brush this off or wipe it off on like a paper towel or something in between steps if you want, but I'll be honest, I'm too lazy to do that. So usually I just go straight into concealer. And again, she's the perfect size, gets right into the inner corner of the under eye. I'm able to blend everything out super seamlessly, no streaks, everything looks beautiful. And these are the softest brushes, so using them around your eyes, sometimes when I'm using makeup brushes around my eyes, my under eyes are really sensitive, and if a brush isn't soft, it definitely irritates my eyes. But these brushes are so soft, so comfortable to use around your eyes. I feel like I'm like trying to sell you on it, but they really are so good. Like I can't stress enough how great these brushes actually are, which is why I wanted to create the bestie bundle, because I wanted you guys to get your hands on them. Now we're going to use my 106, which is one of my absolute favorite cream bronzer brushes of all time. I've already started kind of applying my cream bronzer, and now I'm just going to go in and use this to blend everything out. You can also use this for foundation if you want, but I prefer using this for cream bronzer. I just think this is the perfect cream bronzer brush, and I love it so much. Literally took me 2 seconds to blend out my cream bronzer. I love this brush. This is my favorite for cream bronzer. Really dip straight into your cream bronzer, apply it to your face, and blend it out with this brush. 2 seconds. It's incredible. Once you try them, you're never gonna go back. It's crazy. Let's do liquid blush instead of a cream, just to try something a little bit different. This is the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Happy. We're going back with the 109. I am gonna wipe it off just a little bit for this. Again, it really doesn't matter that much, because as long as you're not like caking too much product onto the brush, it should be fine to reuse step by step. But I just like to kind of clean it off a little bit before I go into blush. I'm literally just kind of stippling, tapping, pressing this around, and it blends absolutely beautifully. Stunning. I mean, I use this brush for like my entire routine, and that's why I love it so much, because it's so versatile, so beginner friendly. Even on days when I'm doing like a full face of makeup, some days like today, I only have like 15 minutes to get ready, and I don't want to use 18 different brushes. So having this one is a life changer. Setting with a little bit of powder, and then I'm going to come back and show you how I like to use the 111 and then our eye brushes. Absolutely use your 111 for powder if you want to, but I like to use mine for powder bronzer and powder blush. I'm taking the YSL powder bronzer, and I'm just going to tap this right over the top where I did my cream bronzer. I love this because it's fluffy enough that I can do a little blending with it, but I don't necessarily have to. Literally applying any of my powder products with this brush takes 2 seconds. My powder blush today, I'm going to take Hope from Rare Beauty. Literally so fast. It's crazy. Really the quickest makeup application of my life. We have a fluffy brush and we have kind of like a shading brush or like a little eyeliner brush. So I like to use the fluffy brush obviously for putting shadow in my crease and like blending out my eyeshadow. I love this one because this is a really versatile brush too. I like this because you can pack eyeshadow on because it does have a flat edge, but it also has like a really tapered edge too that I like to use to smudge out like eyeliner or like eyeshadow liner. The Born This Way palette from Too Faced, and I'm taking my fluffy brush and I'm just diffusing this all into my crease. I'm using like some bronzy shades and I'm just putting those all over my crease. Literally blends everything so fast. Everything looks super seamless. Always a great brush to have. I'm going to take this brush on its side and I'm going to put a bone shade on my eyelid. Now I'm taking some dark brown shadows and I'm using those as kind of like faux eyeliner on the little 209 brush. This makes it so easy to smudge right along your lash line because it's so tapered and precise. Okay, bestie, this is the glam all done. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I love you. Bye, bestie.